Today I want to introduce you to 5 fragrances from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and it's their luxury line. Now these fragrances are great on its own, but these will make perfect gifts whether it's Christmas time or gifting for yourself or someone you love. But these fragrances are outstanding. But one thing you need to know about them, the regular price run $280, but all of them could be found for under $80. Today we're going to go over 5 fragrances from the line, but first off I'm just going to show you the presentation. Most of the presentations are the same, except some of the juices are different colors. So they come in this nice box, have Salvatore at the top, have a Salvatore Ferragamo sign in the middle. You open it, it sits in the case like that, has a little booklet with all their fragrances in it and some of the notes. The border is a nice thick glass, look very gorgeous in your collection. Cap is simple, thick bottom. Now this fragrance line was created in 2018 and it's from that luxury line of fragrances. And I bought mine from Joma Shop, all 5 of them. But the thing about Joma Shop, if you plan on getting them for a gift, you might want to order them now because for some reason this particular line took me 3 weeks to receive. But normally they take around 1 to 2 weeks to ship and get to you. The first one we're going to go over is Convivio. Now the liquid in this is green. So that's kind of telling you it's probably a fall and spring scent. Now the opening of this, at the top you're going to get this carrot note. And the carrot note is surrounded by notes of citruses such as bergamot. You're going to get some grapefruit, but they don't play a major part in this fragrance. Then in the heart you begin to get that woody element of that cypress, adding like a green woody element to it. You're also going to get some florals. Now in the notes listed, it lists jasmine as in there, but I don't pick up on jasmine. I do get like a white floral, sort of like a magnolia note. Going into the base, you're gonna get this nice, clean, almost sharp Cashmerean wood. Now this fragrance is woody, floral, spicy, it's green, and it's fresh. Now the time of the year to wear this definitely is a spring and summer scent. It's a unisex fragrance, probably split right in the middle. Now to me, this is more like a casual, more like a classic casual scent that can be worn daily, but it is sort of on the classy side. And the performance on this, well, the performance on all of them, you're gonna get at least 8 to 10 hours, 1 to 2 feet projection. And I'm telling you guys, a nice one. Tuscan Creation line, and that's Convivio. Now I'm not ranking any of these fragrances in any kind of order, but my least favorite from the list, I give them at least an 8 out of 10 from the rankings. In general, these are some great fragrances if you want to get into them. The next one up is Si Muevo. And this is like an aqua blue kind of color. I think the color kind of tell you what season they're made for. Spraying this first, you're going to get a nice aquatic blue note. More like just sitting on the ocean side and breezes just popping up. You're also gonna get some woody notes of cedar wood. Spices from sage come up in the base, and you're gonna get some musk at the end, making it clean. Aldehyde is also in this fragrance that's gonna push off your skin. I also get some white florals in this also, but the final composition is aquatic, woody, fresh, and lightly powdery. It's definitely a summer, spring scent. Now this is unisex, I think, split right down the middle. This is another daily scent, but it also has some class to it. It kind of reminds you of Macera Oud blue notes with the mix of Acqua di Gio, and that is Si Muevo. Now this next fragrance up actually made my most insane compliment list because it is a very stunning fragrance. All these smell of high class, nothing designerish, kind of smell niche-like, but the next one up is Comedian. Bitter orange, and almost a cinnamon note starts off. You kind of get a little bit of like a light caramel, but the caramel gonna only last maybe 3 to 5 minutes. To be honest with you, this is the first time that I kind of noticed the caramel note in it. Then once it reaches the heart, chili and nutmeg brings some spice. In the base, you're left with a light amber, adding more spice and a light touch of leather. Now this is definitely a fall winter fragrance. I think this is more masculine than the other two. It's made for date nights, going out, clubbing, partying, evening night out. And it's one I very much well enjoy, and it's gonna get you compliments. and that is La Comedia. Next one up, this might be my least favorite, not because it don't smell good, but it's because I have other fragrances that the date is kind of the overwhelming note in it, and it kind of has some similarities to some of the other fragrances that I own. But this is Orto del Spezi. First up, you're gonna get this date, kind of jammy, dry, fruity date note. Saffron comes up, but the saffron in this is more like the leather version of it. Woods come in hard, consisting of cedar wood. You get some sandalwood that creams everything out. Base you left with a light touch of vanilla. It lists oud in here, but on my skin, I don't pick up any oud. Now this is sweet, spicy, fruity, and woody. The seasons for this, fall and winter. Definitely a night out, date night, going out. Smelling high class, it's elegant, and then it's Orto del Spezi. Now the last one on this list is Terra Rossa. And to me, this probably smells more niche, more high class than the rest of them. At the opening, you're gonna get this red rose that's dark and dry. You're gonna get some fruity notes of orange that's kind of mixed up with that rose. The heart leads to earthy notes of patchouli. You're gonna get some smoky notes of labdanum. In the base, you're left with a soft amber. This is definitely a date night, going out, clubbing fragrance that's made for the fall and winter time. It's unisex, might be leaning a little masculine, and this is probably the one more of a beast mode fragrance than the rest of them. Just a quick recap, if you want something for the ocean, more like for summers and spring, that's more sort of like a blue fragrance, then I think you should try E Per Si Muevo. If you're looking for another spring and summer scent, maybe even some falls that have more green notes in it that's fresh and clean, then I think you should try Convivio. If you want something in it with a nice rose note that's not similar to a lot of the other fragrances out there, then I think you should try Terra Rossa. If you're looking for one that's more like for gourmand lovers, something that has some lot of dried fruits in it that's more sweet than anything, I think you should try Orto del Spezi. And if you're looking for one that's more, I think have more like leather tones of it, I think you should try La Comedia. All of them are great fragrances, and I don't think you would be disappointed in either one of them. But all in all, 5 nice fragrances that I think you will enjoy and that will make nice gifts for you or someone else that you're planning on getting something for. And for the price, I'm telling you can't beat. I bought mine at Joma Shop for around 90 bucks, 80 bucks or below. But the regular price on these is around $280, but they're well worth the price. They smell like some fragrances that cost maybe $200, $300. So I'm not disappointed in either one of these fragrances. So that's it. I hope you found something useful out of it. Everybody stay safe, like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see me, and I will see you soon. Peace.